my time coming, so I gotta be relentless. Been going crazy, I ain't really got no limits. Got my foot on the gas, cause I'm so driven. Yeah, I keep my bags packed just in case a nigga trippin'. A little underrated, but I'm out here doing big shit.
Hey yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Xavier Elite, and we back with another video for you guys. Today, I want to shed some light on the topic of why I think Boruto is actually a really great series, a great story, and why I feel like the anime, or just Boruto in general, is misunderstood. I feel like I've recently watched Boruto myself and got to form my own opinion on it. Besides reading the manga, I've been caught up in the manga for a while now, which is really great, but that's besides the point. Yeah, I wanted to talk about it because Boruto is an amazing series in my opinion, but if you go anywhere on social media, majority of these people are going to tell you it's trash, and here's why I think why. I recently finished watching Boruto and I thought it was really great. I think it had its highs and I think it's had its lows, and the lows were majority filler. I feel like when the anime adapted material straight up from the manga, that's when the anime was at its best. Like the anime is at its best right now because they're going straight. They're ripping hella shit out the manga right now, which is perfect, which is what we need, which is what the show should have been in my opinion, 100%. And don't get me wrong, when I watched the anime, some of the anime canon episodes, they were really good. It gave us many great anime canon arcs that weren't in the manga, such as the field trip to the village hidden in the mist, or the arc with Nue and Sumire. What about, I'm trying to see, my memory is trying to cheeks right now. The anime canon arcs from the beginning up to when they became genin. All of those were good, but the ones after that was sort of I feel like the anime or manga, I feel like Boruto as a whole is a really great series, a really great story, but because of the anime, which sort of is doing their own thing at a time where they were giving us anime canon episodes and a bunch of filler episodes, I feel like that's what sort of ruined the series for lots of people, because majority of the show isn't really stuff from the manga if you really think about it, and the material from the manga is the anime's best content. That's when the anime never goes wrong, and I feel like because of that, the fact that we hardly see that in the anime, except for like right now, obviously, that's what ruins the people's opinion on it. And I've seen lots of people talk about how Boruto's not living up to Naruto's story or whatever, but that shit makes no sense in my opinion for you to say that, because first of all, I'm not gonna say Boruto is just beginning because the story is obviously developed enough, but in my opinion, Boruto's story, as far as the Kara, the Otsuki, however you say it, I feel like Boruto's story right now is way better than Naruto's story in part 1 if you really think about it. They definitely have stronger opponents. Boruto and all the kids, the genin, the teachers, everybody's stronger than they were in part 1. The stakes are way higher than in part 1. The Chunin exams was really great, but I don't want to talk about that. That was really part 1's highest moment in the anime in my opinion, but that's neither here or there. Yeah, Boruto's really good. Like I said, I feel like if the anime literally was straight up manga content and maybe the beginning of the anime canon content, it could have been a masterpiece. But there are certain arcs in the anime that sort of drag it off track and ruin it. Like there's a filler arc in this shit that made me fall asleep, I'm not gonna lie, where Mitsuki went rogue or whatever, or we thought, and that shit was so long. Yeah, it's shit like that ruins Boruto in my opinion. Boruto is a really great character. Sarada is a great character. Mitsuki's a great character. I feel like the cast of Boruto is really great in my opinion. And the story, it's really well executed in my opinion, especially in the manga. But I feel like people don't like Boruto because of his feelings with certain things and his actions with certain things. I feel like people don't like Boruto because of a few little stupid moments he's had, but some of them are understandable in my opinion. I feel like when he had his issues with Naruto in the beginning of this series, I feel like we should all be able to understand that shit, really. You have Naruto as the Hokage, which is dope, but he's going around the entire village calling everybody his family. Meanwhile, Boruto or his fucking daughter don't even get time to hang out with, he just wants to hang out with his dad. There's nothing wrong with that. But people are calling Boruto a crybaby and a child for that. But it's like, he's not wrong in my opinion. Of course, he has to understand that Naruto is a character in a high position, but, it's not wrong for Boruto to want father time, One thing I didn't like about Boruto in the beginning was how he used the device, the scientific ninja tool in the Chunin exams. I thought that shit was stupid and it wasn't fair to everybody else. And I also felt like Boruto didn't really need to use it. But that was truly the only thing I didn't like about Boruto. When you think about it, Boruto has lots of different chakra natures that he could use. He's stronger than Naruto was in part 1. If I'm being real, Boruto and Sarda and Mitsuki, they could take out lots of people we looked up to in Naruto part 1. They're up there in my opinion, but they don't get their credit because people just love shitting on Boruto in general. Now, I feel like if the anime went straight up from how it's supposed to originally, from the tuning exams to the Kara to jigging and all that shit like that, to where it's at right now, I feel like the anime would be a masterpiece and people would definitely love it a little bit more. But it is what it is. People, and like I've said this before, people don't understand the chokehold social media has on anime. So when you see people on TikTok or Instagram and Twitter and they call Boruto trash and they see the whole anime community talking about it, and some of these people haven't watched it themselves, of course people are going to go into watching the show with a negative output on it, a negative opinion on it, and like, oh yeah, this shit sucks, you know, because everybody else is doing it. And it's just a bad thing in my opinion. One thing I could say, if you don't want to watch the anime, read the manga. The manga, in my opinion, has been gassed from the first chapter, in my opinion. I was super hyped. I had to wait monthly for a new chapter, and I was really hyped. I felt like that the manga never missed in my opinion, and at a point I thought it was one of the best things I've ever read, so I definitely recommend it. And I feel like if you like skeptical about the anime, you should definitely read the manga, and it'll definitely make you think about Boruto way different than anime would. But I feel like if you just don't care and you like, no, I'm gonna watch the anime, and you want to see way more Boruto, you want to see his character more, and just everybody else, the rest of the cast, definitely watch the anime. I want you to keep in mind, definitely pull up like a list just so you know what's like canon and what's not and what's from the manga and shit, so you be safe, and you know. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like Boruto is actually in a really great series, but because of certain things that the animes had and certain episodes with the filler and the anime canon episodes, I feel like that's what sort of brings the anime down to a level that makes everybody hate on it. But when the anime adopts material from the manga, that's when the anime is at its highest, but people don't get to see that because they've dropped it due to these fillers and stuff like that. That's why all I could really say is read the manga. Read the manga, bro. But at the end of the day, watch the anime too. The anime is really good. If that's truly how you feel, skip the fillers. Watch the anime canon ones, but keep in mind that it's anime canon, not from the manga, whatever. But yeah, that was just me speaking how I feel, because Boruto is actually a series I really like and think it's really good. And you know, I just want to shed some light on it. Hopefully I could push some people to watch it maybe. But if not, read the manga. And if not, it's your loss, for real. But yeah, all right, you guys, I'm out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for me. Peace.